Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, or good day. I'm Caleb Christensen, your continuing host for Secure SD-WAN Sales Readiness Training, and welcome back for Module 2 of the series as we take a deeper dive into the market shifts, the way they have impacted technologies, and most importantly, our customers' day-to-day challenges. To truly understand SD-WAN as a solution, we first need to understand why the solution is required in the first place. So we are going to use this module to accomplish two goals. First, we will identify and dissect what the market challenges are and just how much they may be impacting your customers. That understanding will then aid us in our second and primary goal, which is truly understanding our SD-WAN solution. That includes understanding its features and use cases well enough that you and your team are able to show your customer why Cisco SD-WAN is hands down the best solution they can choose. The first major challenge that our customers are facing is supporting their users who could be located anywhere. Even 3 or 4 years ago, this task was very different. If they had to set up a new user, it could be as simple as making sure their desk had a working phone and network port. As we all know, it's a lot more complicated today. So for fun, let's put our customers' shoes back on. Now, since our users can be located anywhere, making sure that they are simply connected to the applications they need is pretty tough. But when we add the fact that we need to protect those users from threats that can also come from anywhere, well, our job that was pretty tough now becomes darn near impossible. That's because even a household thermostat can potentially be a door for malicious software. But wait, I'm not done with the drama just yet. Because in addition to connecting and securing our users, we also need to make sure that their applications work like they always have, which usually means getting the help of some form of automation. Granted, this was a dramatic story, but like the movies say, it's based on real events. The good news is that this story can have a happy ending because we, Cisco, are absolutely positioned to be the agents of transformation to best help our customers with these particular challenges. Before we get to just how we can help, please bear with me as we dissect the current market challenges just a little bit more. I know that there's a lot of distractions on this slide, but please stay with me for a bit. Executive surveys have shown that while the shift to remote work started as a temporary fix, it has actually proven to be a viable permanent option for many of these executives that were surveyed. So now that this temporary solution is becoming business as usual, it has a domino-like effect on multiple other pieces of IT operations. For example, we mentioned that users expect their applications to run like they always have. One way to achieve this is by moving the applications out of the local data center to the cloud. Office 365, for example, is now supported by servers running in Microsoft's cloud. Our very own WebEx applications are supported by servers running in various Cisco clouds. And the same can be said for many, many other applications, all being run from the cloud of the companies that are providing the applications. This is the direct definition of what we often just use as a buzzword, SaaS, also known as software as a service. Running applications from the cloud or as a service does have a lot of benefits. The application servers can be closer to the users. All of their administrative work is now handled by the vendor. Even some of the basic tasks like managing electricity and cooling for the data center is just easier. In fact, it's entirely possible for our customers to function without a private data center at all. Companies like AWS, Azure, Google Cloud offer a rent a data center service for their customers from their respective clouds. This is commonly known as Infrastructure as a Service, or IaaS. Whether our customers are using applications or entire data centers from the cloud, the challenges can still be collected into the three principles we discussed earlier: connect, secure, and automate. How do we connect to these multiple clouds for the multi-cloud services? How do we secure not only the users of the services, but also the applications, when both of them can be located pretty much anywhere? All of this has created a somewhat newcomer to the challenger's corner. With applications and users literally spread out everywhere, there is no way for an IT organization to continue managing operations manually. This has made automation a challenge and a solution at the same time, which finally leads us to the reason that you are here. How does our SD-WAN solution fit into this story? Why do you think we spent so much time on the challenges? Why not just look at the market statistics, toss around the usual buzzwords, multi-cloud, secure XYZ, X as a service, etc., and then just jump straight into how awesome Cisco SD-WAN is? Well, the answer is fairly straightforward. A very skilled war tactician once said that when you know yourself and you know your enemy, you will win 100% of the battles. But if you only know one of the two, you will only win half the battles. We may not be at war, but we are all in a battle for our customers' trust and respect. In this case, the enemy is not our competitors or our competition, but it is the true technical challenges that our customers are facing. And most of us we just don't have the experience that comes with managing IT operations. The sleepless nights, the countless hours of fun conference calls where you get to explain to executives why the company lost a boatload of money because of a security breach. And there's also my personal favorite, which is writing a detailed project plan only to have the project canceled due to budget cuts. This is the human side of the challenges that we just spent so much time discussing, which is a very important part of knowing that enemy. The good news is, it should be much easier for us to understand our SD-WAN solution now, because we have really taken the time to understand the challenges and the human effect they have on the customers that we work with. It's all downhill from here, as it were. So going back to the three principles of transformation, let's focus now on how the features of our SD-WAN solution also align to those principles. There are multiple features in our solution that participate in and improve connectivity, or the connection between diverse users and the applications they use, no matter which cloud they're hosted in. Cloud On-Ramp, a name you probably have heard before, is a collection of features that include automating the setup and operation of the connection to these cloud data centers, ensuring that these cloud connections are as efficient and reliable as possible, and doing all of this no matter where the users or the applications are physically located, with the least amount of custom setup work possible. How the features of Cloud On-Ramp accomplish these outcomes is a lot of mathematical science, outstanding partnerships with the various cloud vendors, and just a dash of secret sauce. And a lot of the how is technical, so we'll save the majority of it for stage 2. But the important takeaway from this module is that Cloud On-Ramp is much more than just a marketing term. It's a real technology with real features that provide real benefit. Now, as amazing as this is, just wait, there's more. Next up, all the integrated security features. There are so many layers of security and security mechanisms built into our SD-WAN solution that we can give Fort Knox a run for its money. Okay, please don't stop the video. It just seemed like a good spot for a laugh. All joking aside though, the security features that are part of the solution would take way too much time to just list out in full. That being said, an important point that we should be sharing with all of our customers is this. Most of the security features in our SD-WAN solution aren't even optional. What I mean by that is that they are just on by default and always running, always protecting our customers' SD-WAN environment. For example, it's virtually impossible for a villain to configure their own router or device to pretend like they're a legitimate and trusted branch on the SD-WAN network. Security features like this are often so underrated and so under the radar that they don't get any love when we are showcasing our SD-WAN solution. And that's a shame. Now, there is one very important security feature that I am confident you have heard about, which is SASE. If by some chance you have not heard that acronym yet, it stands for Secure Access Services Edge, and there is an abundance of SASE collateral already available. So for the sake of time, let's focus on the aspects of SASE as they apply to and include our SD-WAN solution. To do this, we simply focus on two words in the acronym, Edge and Secure. When we combine these two pieces of the acronym, the application to SD-WAN becomes clear. SASE enhances our SD-WAN platforms to become industry-leading edge security platforms at the same time. This is accomplished by a seamless connection to our cloud security solutions, aka Umbrella and SIG. And we can also provide similar security protection directly inside of our edge platforms. This flexibility gives our customers the option of deploying total security in whichever manner fits their requirements best. Our competition loves to claim that Cisco is not in the SASE business. Like a broken record, all of the same arguments come out. Cisco is too complex, too expensive, too many options, too SD-WAN solutions, and on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Again, there are two important and undeniable facts that they would love for us to forget. The first one is, when it comes to pure routing, which is really what SD-WAN is, just advanced routing, there is no company on the planet that shares our experience, our knowledge, our platform leadership, and pure talent in numbers. And two, a similar fact also applies to our security business. Any of our competitors would be very hard-pressed to prove that they have a superior security experience and knowledge. And if we include our Talos organization in the conversation, our threat protection capability is basically impossible to beat. These 2 points alone are powerful, but the magic happens when we combine them as we build the solution for our customer. You see, not a single competitive company or product out there can produce this powerful combination of the two technologies like we can. This is a very, very powerful message that we should be using in every SD-WAN opportunity and conversation that we have. Which brings me to the final group of features that we're going to discuss in this overview. We already had a strong story before our Thousand Eyes acquisition, but now that acquisition has added an element to application performance and predictability that is, again, unmatched in the market. A predictable application experience can be priceless to our customers' bottom line. And for the individuals supporting these complex IT environments, let's just say that it's almost impossible to describe the positive human impact that predictable and reliable technology provides. With that, I know we spent a lot of time on this one slide, but we also unpacked a lot of value in just 3 key areas of our SD-WAN solution. There is even more value packed into Cisco SD-WAN, but for the sake of your sanity and mine, let's leave it with these 3 for now. Hopefully, all of the discussion we have had about the challenges and our SD-WAN solution have given you a new appreciation for what we have to offer as a company. It hopefully also sheds new light on the recognition that we receive from third-party analyst organizations. We should take pride in the validation that these analysts are sharing with our customers. It is evidence that the design and innovation Cisco has committed to with this solution is hitting the mark for our customers, especially when it is reflected in our market share leadership. That dominance in the market exists not just because we're all amazing sellers of the solution, but also because the solution does actually work, despite what our competition might like to claim. So wear these current awards from these analysts with pride. We deserve them. We earn them. So as we wrap up this module, we covered a lot of ground in this discussion. But if you only take one thing away, I hope it is this: connect, secure, and automate. These 3 principles can be the decoder ring for matching the components of our solution to the challenges your customer is currently facing. Thank you for your time. I'll see you again in Module 3, where we will be discussing our company's SD-WAN strategy and vision. Now, I do hope you come back, so here's a quick little teaser. When you are asked which is better, Meraki SD-WAN or Viptela SD-WAN, what's your answer? Well, no matter what your answer is, hopefully Module 3 will give you a little something new to think about.